What is up, everyone? Jeremy here, and in this video we are checking out the Grindstein plugin created by Audiority in collaboration with Klirrton and Kristian Kohle of Kohlekeller Studios. Now, before I spend any time talking about this plugin, let's just go ahead and hear what it can do. The guitar tones you just heard were processed using only the Grindstein plugin, nothing before it, and the only thing after it is a tiny bit of compression and limiting on my master bus. Now let's go ahead and pull up this session, listen to these guitar tracks in solo, and play around with the plugin and see what all this thing can do. Alright, so here we go. I've got the session up, I've got the plugin up on the screen so you can see it, and behind it you are seeing the guitar tracks. Let's go ahead and solo these now so you can hear just how disgusting, in a good way, these guitar tones sound. Again, being processed only through this plugin. That sounds incredible already. And if you are familiar with the Boss HM2 chainsaw style distortions, you're hearing that in this as well. There's some of that being blended in here, and we're going to get to that in just a minute. But to point it out, that's that kind of crustiness you're hearing on the top end. And it's one of the things I thoroughly enjoy about this plugin is being able to blend some of that chainsaw style distortion in with what's more of a tighter, low end, heavy, more modern metal type distortion. So those two are being blended. And the section you just heard is kind of a high end part with single notes. So what does this thing sound like for a low 7 string tuned down to G when you get into some low chugs? Let's see if it holds up, right? So over here in this section, we've got some of that, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it holds up, and then some. Have a listen. I mean, you hear that. The chugs hold up. And that is really coming from that bottom shaker channel, which is the kind of more modern-y metal, super tight, super low end, heavy distortion. So let's go ahead and at this point, go ahead and walk through playing with the settings of the Grindstein here in this module specifically, and blending the bottom shaker with the chainsaw so you can hear the difference. So to do that, I am going to now solo just one of these tracks, and I'm going to blend it right up the middle, turn off my automation because I think I'm panning there. And so I've got the one track soloed right up the middle, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna play with the blending of these two channels into some of these settings so you can hear the difference between the bottom shaker and the chainsaw channels. And here we go. All right, so that is the bottom shaker. Let's go ahead and do the same thing now with the chainsaw channel on the top. All right, and again, when you blend these two worlds together, it creates something really special like this. All right, so that is a quick overview of the Grindstein module in this plugin. So let's back up to the previous module here for a second and talk about this. So this is a boost and a noise gate. And one thing I want to call out here is this is not your typical boost that you would think of like a tube screamer, for example. This is actually meant to just be kind of like an overall volume or a gain boost, as Kristian described in his demo video on his YouTube channel. So this is not a typical boost, so don't try to use it that way. The actual boost is more this one right here. So this is actually like your kind of like your tube screamery style boost. So use that one if that's the boost you're looking for. Now, for my liking here, or for my disgusting preset, I did turn up the threshold to this to 38.7%, and I found this gate works pretty good. So I left it here and used that. So that is the gate. We already went over the Grindstein module. So here is the EQ. And aside from the image on this being absolutely incredible with this like bloody butchery pig going on here, this was really one of the standout features for me in this plugin. And that is because this EQ works really, really, really well. And I love the idea of hiding away the frequencies or the specific details of what's going on behind the scenes and just putting these labels in here, right? Like dozer, cleansing, scoop, chainsaw, and blade. But overall, what this thing does is really, really musical, and it sounds really good. So I'll go ahead and play this back and play with some of these settings so you can hear just what this thing can do. So there you go. You can see just how simple and easy this thing is to use, and again, how musical it all sounds when you start dialing in or adjusting these dials. It works really, really well. And one trick that Kristian actually pointed out to me, again, in my recent interview with him, is this, if you're not into the whole HM2 style, chainsaw distortion, you could even just use this EQ with your other, like say NeuralDSP or STL Tone plugins, because it works so well and it is so musical. So that's just a quick tip for you there, is you can actually bypass all the other modules and just use the EQ if you want. All right, that's the EQ. Now moving on to the last section, the cabinet impulse response section. There are 7 built-in impulse responses in this plugin, and just as you would come to expect with Kristian Kohle, especially if you are familiar with his Bogren Digital impulse response pack, there is a massive tonal difference from one of these IRs to the next. And that is to give you a wide tonal palette so that you can use these with a large number of different genres and styles of music. So I'm gonna go ahead and just flip through these to give you a sample of each of these and see what they sound like. All right, there you go. Those are the IRs, and as you can hear for yourself, there is a massive tonal difference or variation from one to the other. So this gives you a wide array of options for many different genres and styles. And of course, because this is the last module in the plugin, if you have an external IR loader and external impulse responses you want to use, all you got to do is come in here, bypass this module, and then in your DAW, put your impulse response loader after the plugin, load up whatever impulse responses you want to use, and there you go. You're using your external IRs. All right, so that is the Grindstein plugin and a quick overview of the features and modules that come in it with some audio samples so you can hear just how quick and easy it is to dial in some disgusting, nasty, heavy tones. So what's the bottom line here? The bottom line is, this is an incredible plugin, and right now it is on deal for like 50% off, and I believe the deal will last through October 10th of 2021. So if you caught this video before October 10th, 2021, it is on deal for like $49 right now. So a plugin that is putting out these types of incredible tones and has this massive tonal palette for $49 is a steal. Don't pass this up. Look for the link to go straight to this plugin in the description below and pick it up there while it's on deal and enjoy these nasty, disgusting tones. With that, I want to thank you for watching. If you like this video, you like this content, you like this style of review, do me a favor and hit that like button down below and consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss out on future reviews and updates and tone samples like this in the future. With that, I want to thank you for watching and thank you for your support.